Hey everybody, it's Rockula and welcome back to Rockula Retrospective. It's day 25 of my VEDA series, 30 Bands in 30 Days. VEDA stands for Vlog Every Day in April, and today's band is Victim's Family. Okay, so I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. Victim's Family is the one band on this list that I can put above all others when it comes to influence. It's okay to say that Zappa is more important because, well, he's Zappa. And the members of Victim's Family would gladly agree. But I've never met Frank Zappa, and I never will. The members of Victim's Family have been very cool and accommodating to me ever since I met them on the White Bread Blues tour. I discovered a lot of new music because of Robert Holt and Chris Thomas when we formed Scum of the Earth, but one of the bands that stuck the most with me was Victim's Family. Voltage and Violets and Things I Hate to Admit were constantly being played in the Scum van. If you put a Victim's Family tape on in the car and the person with you liked them, then they understood where your head was. Yeah, we all hate labels, but if you have never heard Victim's Family, then I would describe them as discordant jazz punk. Discordant because of the deliberate abrasiveness of the music and particularly Ralph Spite's guitar and vocals. Jazz as a concept more than a genre. Nothing's off limits for Victim's Family, and you will hear scatting next to chicken-picking country and a runaway snare. Punk because it instantly pisses off anyone that you want to instantly piss off. Anyone left over earns your respect whether they like the music or not. I was also interested in another component of Victim's Family, and that was their perfect balance of complicated arrangement played on very basic setups, especially the drummer. The first two albums featured Devin on the drums. He played a 4-piece kit with one hi-hat. It was the first time I saw anyone get that many textures out of one cymbal, and it made me think of the time when I started out on the drums with my tiny little 3-piece kit. In addition to the normal role of the hi-hat, he also used it as a crash and even a ride cymbal. Then came White Bread Blues and their new drummer Tim. He stuck to the 4-piece setup but added one more crash cymbal. Not only that, but Tim was my first drummer influence that played open-handed. For those of you who don't know what open-handed means, in this case it is a left-handed person playing a right-handed drum set without crossing their hands over. This gives a drummer a ton of extra dexterity, and Tim used it to the fullest with some of the most frantic and complex hi-hat snare patterns I had ever heard. I know this will embarrass Tim when he watches this video, but I put him on the same level of influence as Neil Peart. The influence doesn't stop there because the other heavily influential aspect of Victim's Family is the lyrics. I had been exposed to politically progressive and humanist lyrics before with the Dead Kennedys. Victim's Family addressed those topics, but also went into an introspective direction by talking about personal failings and damaging attitudes. There was one particular song that resonated with me the most, and that song is White Picket Fence. I was at one of the lowest points in my life and kept remembering how Ralph described one of the lowest moments of his life and how he eventually got through it. It helped me to know that someone I looked up to thought of themselves as much of a fuck-up as I was. Of course, I'm going to have to go back through the catalog and do a proper review, but for now, suffice it to say that no other band has had the impact that Victim's Family has. A high point of my life was jamming on Victim's Family songs with Larry at a party in Austin. Ralph always makes time for me when he comes through town with Jello's band, Guantanamo School of Medicine. Larry's also in the band too. I especially want to thank Tim Solian for continuing to stay in contact with me and being my friend. I will never get to call Neil Peart on the phone whenever I want and ask him what he did on a particular song, so I consider myself fortunate to have such access to one of my drumming heroes. Do you like Victim's Family as much as I do? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this amazing band in the comments below. I would also appreciate it if you liked, shared, and subscribed. Thanks for watching my VEDA series, 30 Bands in 30 Days. Tomorrow is day 26 and the band is Voivod. I'm Rockula and this is Rockula Retrospective.